Welcome back to WGNC Garage. Today I'm going to be showing you how to remove the side light and the Series 1 headlight from the vehicle. So to remove the side light, I have this one little screw right here, which we can remove. Now to remove it, I kind of just press right on this little edge, and down here I kind of press upwards, and eventually you can kind of pull it and it'll pop out from the bottom. Once that's out, if you're not careful and you tug it, you can break that plastic, so you pull down. I lean the light back, and now this light is off. There's the tab that's hidden in there. I'm going to add some silicone for future use. Now for the light bulb itself, you can just press on this little tab, remove this connector, and now to remove the light, you actually turn this and remove it. I do have an LED in here. The bulb originally in here is a 168, and it is white in color. So put it back in. The teeth will have to line up. So you can see there's a large slot there and a small one there. So large and small, you can place it in, and then you just twist it to lock. So the latch should be facing upwards, and you can reconnect. Now moving on to the headlight, as you can see there's one bolt here. The other two are kind of hidden. They're down here. They are 10 millimeters. So removing these. Now that those are all loose, I just have to be careful with my wrap, but you can take the light, and I pull on this little edge, and I pull this end forward. Once that end is loose, it'll be here. What I found is that once it's here and you're loose, this is the edge to kind of be weary of. So it's kind of difficult because you don't want to bend the fender, and you don't want to bust the light. So once it's there, I kind of try to wiggle it in. These will come out forward, and then you can just pull the light straight out. Now there are going to be two connectors. One is here. This is on the Series 1, the fog light. And then here is my secondary, which I have converted to LED. So for mine, I still left the factory harness. You'll have to push two tabs, and then you can slowly wiggle the connector out, and then you have now removed the light. To take out the light bulbs, sorry for the mess, these are written, which you can see, to twist off is that way, and twist on. So there is the off and on, and those little rubber boots what actually seals, so you can grab here and pull back. That'll take this dust boot off. So this is the light for the fog light. Now it is a white light bulb. It's kind of hard to tell with the tint, but the yellow comes from actually inside on mine, and you would just press here and raise, It is a clear light bulb. Yellow is the lens housing. You can then place this back in. Make sure when you place it back in you get the shapes right, so square and circle accordingly. You then place back in and re-secure it down. This little piece will go here. Make sure it actually seats around the base of the light bulb so you don't get any water. And slowly lock that back into place. Outside is kind of the same, off and on. And then this is an LED bulb, so it does have a fan. It's a little bit more difficult to set, but in order to remove, it's still the same, and it still has the same type of pin system as the other one. So you would press, release, and bring up the light. So let's see if I can get this in and out without. So here's the tab. You would press down and then towards the side. Now, because of the limited space here, I'm going to use a set of pliers. Makes it easier for me. You can use these as well, but straight down. And grab this side down. And over. Takes a little bit of work. There we go. So that's down and over. You can remove the light and then place one back in. This boot, when putting in the LED, I did have to slip the boot on first and then slip this ring, which is actually the size ring, down onto it. Then to place it back in, I was able to push down and back in easily. Again, making sure this rubber seal goes there. I fed my wire through here. On the factory light bulb, you'll just have the 3 prongs sticking out. Again, kind of slowly twist until it finds its spot and then lock it into place. So now, some of you may be wondering, oh, there's a screw here. Normally there is. Unfortunately on my Stagea there isn't. So I will show you where that one actually goes in just a moment. So now let me plug in the LED again. Alright. So now there is that. Again, I'll tuck this end in first. Plug in the light for my fog light, and then again with this under here in that clearing, it'll drop right back in. Now that hidden bolt that I've seen some Stages have it, others don't, is actually on this one right down here below the catch can on mine. So let's see if I can show you. Here it is. So not sure if you can see very well, but it goes right in front of the washer tank. So my Stagea has no marking on the original body of a bolt ever being placed on there, and the threads, as you saw when it was out, did have corrosion. So mine did not have one there. That doesn't mean that your Stagea may not have any. Now for reassembly, these are 2 different bolts. This one with the washer is up top, and then the other one that does not have the washer is kind of just built into the head of the bolt, are the ones that go on the side. For mine, you can tell because they have more corrosion. And then now that this is in, to get this little side piece in, I grab the original cabling, plug this in, make sure it's not loose, and then this tab has to go under and up above that plastic, and then you can straighten it out. Now here, you may have to look under a little bit. Let me grab actually the silicone I said I was going to use. Alright, so I have the silicone that I said I was going to use. Actually, that's a little bit dirty. I'm going to grab one of my plastic little brushes here and my little drill bit and clean this out. There we go, that's clean. Now the silicone, a little bit around the base, just so I can slide this on and off easier in the future. So now, once it's in, you can line up the little plastic piece, and you just push straight back on here, and you'll hear the clip, and it'll be flush. Now all you have to do is tighten down all the little bolts. These are 10 millimeters, and then this one that holds the little side lights, just a regular Phillips head screwdriver. And that is how you remove and install the lights on a Series 1 Stagea. This is the passenger side. For tighten these down on the driver's side, it's the same 3 bolts. However, that hidden bolt, if yours does have one, will be by here by the washer tank. Again, mine does not have it for some reason, but it will be here hidden along the side. It should be right above that main harness cable, right below, and it is going to be a 10 millimeter if you have one. So that's how you remove and reinstall the headlights on a Stagea.